Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome my very special guest, Brigid Ross Healer. Hi, Brigid.
Hi, Jean. Thank you so much for having me today. It's good to see you.
Thanks for coming back. And if anybody remembers, Bridget was on the channel last year, and she was sharing some of her information about her light language with us. And it was just a few months flew by, and I wanted to see if she wanted to come back and say hello. Now, Bridget and I are going to be doing a little bit of chat, a little bit of refresher. She's going to tell us about what she does, how she came about being a channeler and a light language channeler and a healer. And then what we'd like to do is to move into doing some readings and maybe about halfway through. So if you want a reading, please do put it in caps and emojis, and we will get to them later on in the show. So just wanted to say good morning to everybody. And hi, CJ. Nice to see you. Um, and Bridget, just tell us a little bit about, you and I know each other from doing a psychic fair together. And we were sort of positioned across catty corner, but across from one another. And there was just something, I kept coming over to your booth, and I was like, wow, this is a really nice booth. And I just was very much attracted to your energy, and we did follow up with one another, and it's been just lovely getting to know you more. So tell us a little bit about what light language is and how you came about doing this.
So it's very funny that you mentioned that time when you came over to my booth, because I was also looking across like, she looks really interesting. And I think I might have seen you at maybe one of the other fairs that we had been to. So I was thrilled when you came over and introduced yourself to me and then asked me to do this. So I feel like probably many other people that are on this journey of trying to remember who we are. I feel like when I was a little girl, I spoke light language, and
Wow.
we called it gibberish, and I didn't have parents that were super spiritual and walked down that path. Certainly when I was as a child, maybe as I got older, they did, but not so much as a child. So I didn't have anybody to like kind of water that garden, so to speak. And then life happens and traumas happen and different experiences happen, and we forget all of that stuff. So when I was along my healing journey on that path, I was introduced to a woman named Judy Satori, who speaks beautiful light language. And the first time that I heard it, it was so funny because I was a little resistant to like listening to her at first, and almost like had to be forced to do it by one of my healer friends. But I did that, and then I was like, I I know what she's saying. Like this feels so familiar to me.
Oh.
And but I also was in that place of like, who am I? How could I possibly understand this, or all of that stuff. But the years passed and the more clearing that I did, the more that I started to I had the urge for this language to come out of me as well, and for my hands to move. And I started with Reiki, I did breath work, I did a whole all different kinds of healing to really to bring myself to where I am today. It's a process. And so the light language just helps to clear stuff out of us, to clear the garbage away, so to speak, to clear our chakra system so that we are more in alignment with source or the divine or God, whatever word you choose to describe that. And I love the background on your screen. There's all the stars, because the language comes from way, way, way out there, from like the beginning of time, and everything from there until now. So it's really been quite the process, though, to go through remembering that myself, allowing it to come out of my mouth, and then, of course, didn't tell anybody that was happening, and then that whole process of sharing it with friends and family and then strangers, and then just becoming more and more comfortable. And this is, I know that one of the reasons I'm here is to help people heal through using the light language, because so we move energy with our hands. And as I'm speaking light language, my hands are also moving, because the light language is also a form of energy. Everything is energy. So it's so I'm amazed when I give people healings, or I also have a membership where I do 2 group healings a month, and you see everybody like come in, you see their faces and how they're feeling and looking, and then you see afterwards how they're feeling and looking, or they speak of that, and it's just so beautiful to watch the transformation. And the more that I do it, the more it's like it changes, and it becomes almost stronger. So you need less time to receive the light language to clear and feel a little bit more grounded. I tell people it's like you feel lighter, but more in your body at the same time, which is kind of a strange phenomenon, but that's what it feels like.
I also am picking up as you're speaking, Brigid, that it has a lot to do with frequency and vibration as well.
It's all
And
about that. Yep.
yeah, and through this frequency and vibration, this is able to move into our own energy and almost rearrange the order of our frequency and vibration, which is then a healing and allows us that calmness, that ability to heal on our own free. And you guys, we're all frequency and vibration. We all have our own energy. We all can heal ourselves. And it's really important to develop a practice, find a practice that we use to cleanse and renew our own energy. Even if it's just a chakra balancing guided meditation that you find online, it's really important for us to do this repeatedly. And just like you would brush your hair and brush your teeth, it's a maintenance. It's an energetic maintenance. And now more than ever, with our sensitivity and the earth and the frequency and vibration changing on Gaia, that we're also changing in our frequency and vibration, which then changes so many things around us too. That's
So, yeah, I
beautiful.
wanted to just to add to that a little bit, what's been coming through this whole month, besides the self-love that we need, that's so important to stay in the heart center, but what's going like along with what you're saying about frequency is it's so important right now with all of the energy that is out there and all the planetary alignments, and today's the 222 portal. So just like all this stuff that's going on, we need to several times a day. It's no longer okay to just like in the morning do this, but several times a day, ground ourselves and ask, just say, raise my vibration, raise my frequency. And just in that, yeah, like I get chills when I say that, because just in asking for it, we receive it. Because spirit and our guides are waiting all around us, like, I wonder when she or he is going to ask for help. I'm right here. Because we forget to ask for that. So all it really takes is just, it's so simple. It's always the simplest of things that we then make everything more complicated. So just in asking, please raise my vibration, or demanding that raise my vibration, that then begins to happen. It's, and the light language, it's almost kind of, I had somebody tell me one time recently that it's kind of like a spiritual bath, right? So it's like allowing that cleansing to remove stuff you don't need, or other people's stuff that's on you, and to bring in some new fresh energy, a higher frequency, a higher vibration for you, so that you're more in alignment with your authentic self. And and you feel calmer, which is really important right now with then and because from that, then we can help Gaia, we can help Mother Earth to heal and help other people, because it makes our light brighter.
So I've also heard that Gaia is going to ascend and change frequency and vibration with or without us. So, and we're a little bit behind the ball. So they're doing that. We are experiencing some catalytic type of challenges in order for us to motivate ourselves to move up to the level that is needed in order to go through this change in, or this shift, or this new earth type of energy. And we are all changing. We're all doing this together, whether we realize it or not. And it's so much more pleasant if we are part of the process, and it's going to be part of our normal routine moving forward. It's not going to be just this side thing that we do. It's going to be a regular routine in our everyday lives, because we're going to really realize that this human container that contains our soul, our divine aspect, is really a gift, and we really need to take care of this human, the skin and bones part of us, in order for our soul to experience a lifetime or an incarnation here in on Earth. Um, it's really it's miraculous, and it's almost like this perspective changes. And this is a lot of what's going to be changing as well. And when our perspective changes, that's what they say, you awaken, or you have this awareness of what's going on, because things are changing. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir here, because all of you guys already know this, but the rest of humanity is going to be going through this as well. So Brigid, you said you do twice a month, you do healings and light language, which is private on Zoom, and they can find this on your website. And
Yeah,
tell us, I have your information in the show notes below, but tell us your website again.
it's just my name, brigidross.com. I wanted to make it easier for everybody to find me. It's listed under group healing events, and you can sign up either for an individual healing for
Hmm.
$44, or you can become a member for $55. This month, I actually have a $22 off the first month of membership. The coupon code is first month, and that's good until the 28th of this month. Whether you are able to attend the two healings or not, you get the healing in an email. I am
Oh,
working on finding a place to like kind of have a library of the healings, but tech stuff, it takes a little bit, but I am working on that to make it easier for people. But that way, like, it's just so simple, because there's one that's on a Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern, and then one that I do on a Friday night at 8 o'clock at night, so that people have, choices. And again, whether you're there or not, you receive the healing. I've had some members tell me that, like, that aren't able to attend. They've sent me a message like, did you do the healing today? Because I'm feeling, so they feel that the change is happening anyways, because they're included, in that
right.
group healing. And
And
it's also
intent.
an opportunity for like-minded souls to like gather, and because we have discussion time, and what are the messages from spirit, what are we all supposed to be, what's best for us right now. And I also, as the healing is happening, I try to take notes of what is actually going on, but it's not easy to like write in English as I'm channeling the light language. But then we also discuss how's everybody doing afterwards, and what did you get from the healing. I mean, people don't have to speak if they don't want to, but it's just that opportunity to connect. It's a
Mhm.
really beautiful group of people.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is really lovely. Um, and I think it's important that we all have and celebrate our own unique abilities, because my ability may be psychic mediumship, and Bridget's ability may be light language and healing, but we're all here on the same team. We all are here knowing, understanding why. What it takes in order to move forward and to evolve and to raise our frequency and vibration, and why it's important to learn about these things and to become more aware of our other senses, not just our five senses, but our clairs and our auric field and energy itself. It's really important to educate ourselves, because we all know that our current education system is not going to teach us about that, or our current, religious system is not going to teach us about that. But this is something that we need to understand in order to become a full, not in order to become, but to enhance and to be optimize our human experience here. And I know that a lot of you here, and Jen, I see you. A lot of people are in my practice group. I have a practice group. It's called a study practice group, and it's every Sunday and every Tuesday. and I do a exercise with people, and then they get to try it and they get to practice it. So it's a lot of fun. And I see a couple of people that are here in my practice group. And that's lovely. Nice to see everybody. And I did catch a couple of you that have questions here. So thank you for putting your questions in. And CJ says, I never thought of simply asking to raise my vibration.
This is what's
Yep.
so beautiful, right? It is just that simple stuff. I mean, you know, I also mentor people, and I'm a medium, so it's so interesting when, and I get the same messages too. They almost like laugh, like, we're right here. Hello. Why, remember, I have to remind myself I'm not feeling well. I can give myself a healing. Oh, it's not just for everybody else. That's so it's again just a way to take care of ourselves. And it doesn't matter where you are on your journey, whether you are just starting out, like what's going on? I'm starting to question stuff, or I'm starting to feel things and hear things. Am I crazy? Or you're seasoned at this. Everybody needs clearing, right? And so, for instance, in the group setting, just like when you give messages to a group setting, everybody gets a little bit of something from that, right? You're not, even if you don't specifically get a reading, some part of that message is for another person as well. So, in the same vein, when I'm doing a group healing, there might be like a general thing that's going on, but each person will receive from that whatever it is that they need for exactly where they are at in that time and space, whether you're new to it or not. And that's what I love about this whole journey, actually, and that we're all here to help each other to have a better experience, to actually start to feel love and joy. That's what we came here for.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. You know, intention is so powerful. It's so important. It's really a something that we take for granted because it is used in the colloquial, is what I'm hearing, part of the human experience, but it's also very spiritual, and it is very powerful, and it allows us to call on and incorporate our own abilities with a intention, and and just as Brigid was describing, that everybody gets whatever they need through one light language session, that how could it be for everybody? Because that's the intention. And their intention going there is that they're going to receive what they need. And it is not only through intention, it's not just a suggested verbal thing in humanity. It is an energetic frequency. Our intention is very, and the intention carries the information and carries the energy to where it needs to go. It is beyond physical. It's in the quantum field. And we all have this ability with our own intentions. And this is what, helps prayer to work. And it's not just that we pray that they're going to be okay. Our intention is that they live a safe and adventurous and happy life. Pray for what you want, not just to cure the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it is endless. It is really one of the most powerful techniques, and part of my technique and part of my lessons learned, that I understand more and more about how important intention is. It it's 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 just part it I can't it's like it's a necessary tool, and it's about believing in that intention as well. um but everybody feels it along with their awareness, developing their awareness. And I feel as though many of you here who have watched several of the shows, you understand that the intention is, what is that? My intention for you is that you receive the information that is most important for you to learn, and that is in your highest good. That is my intention for each and every one of you every time I come onto a show or I do a reading. And it's with that intention that I trust and I let go of control or the outcome. And I trust that with my intention, all of this it's already done. And that's what they say, aho, you know?
Yeah, that's really beautiful, Jean, because we don't always get what we want, but we do get what we need. And that's what spirit brings to us to keep us moving on our path, to keep staying open. Yeah, it's really,
That's exactly
it's
what
that
Kim
full,
just said. You can't
yeah, it's
always
that
get
full
what you want, but
surrender, right? You
yep.
can't, receive exactly what you need, even, and sometimes we're resistant to that, which it means it's even more important that, that we get that message because, yeah, there's that saying, that which we persists, is what's most important for us, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's lovely, lovely. So Rush is saying that my intention is there. The timing has rocked me of late, and this is part of allowance. The control of when and how, what it looks like, what it's going to end up looking like, and your intention is there and always and is valid and will come through. And it's far beyond what any of us can conceive. It is that and so much better. It's when we try and control the outcome or try and figure out, oh, I only want this end result in order for it to be successful. If you just put your intention out there and you say this or something better, it is far beyond what our imaginations could ever conceive of. It really is just magical.
It's also important, I think, to when you have that intention and then surrender, let go of control, let go of thinking things have to be a certain way. Because when we're up here in this mind space, it's very limited. So if we put something in a box, this is what I want, spirit universe has so much more for us. So if we're just looking for it in this tiny small way, we're going to miss the other ways that it is coming for us, because we're not going to notice that subtle little whisper or little hint that we're getting. It's going to They're trying to get our attention, right? They're trying to bring us what it is that we want, but it may not look how we think it is. So I think that releasing that control and just allowing things to stream towards us as they're meant to, um, might
I'm
make it happen a little faster.
I'm giggling because I'm being reminded of an image that somebody's spirit guides were showing me. This person was hanging on to a steering wheel, and their fingers were like squishing the steering wheel and making marks in the steering wheel. And so the client was holding on and trying to control the outcome. And the spirit guide was sitting right beside her. And they were like, okay, so when are you going to let me drive? You have to let go of control and trust that what you want, that what your intention is, that is in your highest good and for the highest good of everybody concerned will be, and to let go and trust and to let him drive. So when the client was holding on to the steering wheel and the fingers were denting the steering wheel, it was like an old jalopy, and like the tires were uneven and they were going up and going down and going up. So I said, would you consider allowing to let go of control and allow whatever it is to come and trust that it is in the highest good for all concerned? And she's like, reluctantly, but she's like, yeah, I'll give it a try. Okay, I will. I'll release control and I'll let my spirit guides guide me. So they showed me the spirit guides get in the driver's seat, and it was like a rocket. It was like it just soared off and just took off. And it was more than she could ever. I mean, that little jalopy, and I could see her like holding on and going like
That
this.
is so funny. That's so perfect too, because we can't imagine how much there is in store for us, right? Because we don't use much of our brain, and it's this tiny, just in this space up here. The heart is more expansive, spirit is more expansive, and our souls actually are much larger than the human body form that we are in. So when you surrender to all of that, yeah, you do. You can just take off. I've also learned, though, that like there's an ebb and flow. So if you're having a period of time where things are kind of like, well, things aren't moving, or I'm feeling a little stuck, or why isn't business this, or this relationship that, or, whatever the situation is, it's because perhaps we're supposed to have a little calm so that we can process things, so that we can rest. Because, and this is what I'm kind of feeling like this year has kind of been, I mean, it's moving fast already, but it's about to really pick up more and more speed. And so it's really important that people take that time where there's a rest period, because it's almost like what I hear afterwards is like, buckle up, buttercup, like put your seatbelt on, because you're about to, possibly fly out of the car if you don't have your seatbelt on. So I feel like, especially today, I think we already said the 222 portal, just let's get balanced. Let's trust in ourselves, trust in spirit. Remember that we're always connected. We're always manifesting. Stay in control of what you can, which is our thoughts. What are we telling ourselves? How are we speaking to ourselves? Whatever those thoughts are is what we're bringing to us for tomorrow and the tomorrows after that. So if we're saying to ourselves, oh, I'm so stuck and I can never, I want this, but it never comes to me, this, then spirit's like, you want more of things not coming to you? Because they just hear what they hear, what we're saying. So we have to really ask for
It
what
is,
it is that we
it's
want
quite
and do
literal.
what it is that we want.
Yeah, it is quite literal for them. It certainly is.
Yep.
And so Leah says, yes, I'm responsible for the intention, and spirit is in charge of the
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
divine timing, of course, is not like our human timing. Oh, no, no.
No.
But when we look back, this is why they call it 2020 hindsight, right? Everything always happens when it's meant to, when we're ready for things, or we're delayed by things. It's like people say, oh, the traffic was, I couldn't get out of the house in time, or the traffic was so bad and thought I was running late. And meantime, there was a huge accident that, you didn't have to be a part of. So if we can just trust that that's all happening for our highest good and stay in that flow, it makes things much easier for
I
ourselves.
love I love that. That's really important, to stay into the flow, and that's what releasing control and allowing yourself to flow in that divine current. So let's go ahead and move over. I see that Cindy said that she would love a reading. And before we do a reading, though, Brigid is going to just bring us into a focus point with just a little bit of light language coming through. And after Cindy, James, if you're still here, and Amanda, if you're still here, Amanda, Carrion, if you guys are still here, just say hello and I'll get you guys next. So, Brigid, I'm just going
Yes.
to change our position a little bit so that I can do this. Okay. So
Oh,
just a
maybe
short
big on
little
this
light
one.
language.
Ah. Okay, so if everybody just you can, doesn't matter if you're sitting down, you're lying down, close your eyes, you want to start to relax. Try to stay out of your headspace, trying to figure out what's being said. All that's going to happen is that you'll receive a quick clearing to just bring you into your heart center and to be grounded. That's all that I'm asking for today for everybody. It's just going to take a few minutes. So if everybody could just close their eyes and just start to breathe in through your nose, hold the breath at the top, and as you release out your mouth, make the exhale longer than the inhale. Focus your attention on your third eye space. And if the eye is turned outward, turn that eye inward towards you and begin to just slowly drop down to the heart center, releasing all the thoughts that are in your mind, everything that we've discussed, everything that you've been through today and what you still have to go through. Just put it in the bucket next to you. It will be there if you need it. Just keep breathing in and out through your nose and allow your shoulders to drop down. Feel yourself kind of sinking a little bit into the surface that you're on. Yacharawattakurukum, setatatakuru, chikatakurudi, tikapapa shunu, laki, shanna la la, yes, katakataka, showutsa, yatakarikakuru, tikari, show, sanama la la, katakurika, hachecha, Shura kim sakshi katakara ira la 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 lo 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 im la 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 mi nam sakara bri 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 shukara iwara wara 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 shukara sakara ali shukara wara uri kira wara sakara shukara wuri kira rabi shu wa ha shikara insa sa 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 sakara kira shukara wata ya Yashuru can sikatakash, would get a sakalakari up the guru secretary up to get up which could go with the get up a sakala, la 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 la, you should go to the rabu, papa papa papa, shua. Ha se. A chakatakara, secretary at the carrier, like at the carrier, I should go to secretary, la 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 with the at the cake, kaka, or could go to get a secretary get up, so could get anything and get a so could get anything and never so could get a ta 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 ta. Shurahase. Shuri ta 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 shawaruisho. Ishiwo se sakataka sukutukurin tatatashea ushawa sesa ushawate urishite kasam na la 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 he sororo hanishe saharu siya harurira ya 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 shoro inna malala kitakarishe sesa haru inna malalete ashoro watukushe amna la 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 kitaka sa 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 kitakara kitakara shikutukuri ninga all the kitakara kupaparete ya nakakaka kitakara shikutukuri so Urikichi kadakari, ninta kakakaru chiratsu tokoro. Ara wara 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 kitakara shitakara ninna, meaning tse haru shamna arite te kosho ro 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 ham sakatikira patikira achor tse hashar kitakara innamara lu tse hatara kichoko ro 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 hisa so Isa soke che haru hi ha sa insa itaro wa shisa ishou shutsa hana yakuru shuhu se sara ishora yimina so sakisho sa 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 sara shorohi sa se. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Take several. Allow the energy to just shift a little bit for you. Feel the surface that you're sitting on or laying on. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and join us back here.
That was lovely, Brigid. Thank you so very much. I felt that. I felt like almost like chi, like a little bit of a vibration through my body, and especially in the areas that I needed special attention. But it wasn't physical only. A lot of it was opening up here, and like I just felt like there was a lot more awareness, a lot more connection, a lot more help, a lot more energy coming towards me, as well as in here. So it was physical and energetic in my spiritual awareness as well.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, it was just like a nice clearing of it, also not just clearing like our own energy, but like any energy that we have, that we're taking on from others, because I feel like we're all light. And so if there's anybody else's stuff that comes to us, our bodies just naturally want to help people. So we take on stuff that is not ours. And so there was a removal of that. There was a refilling of the light in the pineal gland, and just a general sense of like standing in your power, keep your heart chakra open. Remember, you're the creator of joy, and ground, 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 ground. So, and it was just a really quick, you know, bring yourself to right here and now. And actually you can listen to it, you come back into your recording and listen to that as many times as you want, and it helps to go a little bit deeper. So, and I'm seeing people saying thank you, and so you're so very welcome. I love to be able to speak the light language, and see that it helps people. It's really something very beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes, I love that. I saw a vision of the snake shedding. Absolutely. We are actually in the year of the snake, and it's all about shedding that external stuff that just has it doesn't serve our purpose. It's not, everything is internal. So the outside needs to all go. It all needs to be shed. So that's beautiful that you saw that.
that's amazing, and it makes more sense because I was saying, feeling the connections of so many. But when you said it was clearing away anything that I was dealing with or worried about, or in my, because it cleared the way for me to see that I'm already connected to everybody, and it
Mhm.
wasn't making the connections; it was clearing the way for the connections, and for me to see or to feel
To
and
feel that
sense
more,
and.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. To remember, like, you are always connected. It's only this mind that tells you that you're not.
And we all, and no matter where we are in our journey, just because my face is up here on the YouTube doesn't mean that I can't learn and evolve and benefit from all of this. We're all in our learning phase. And, I just love this community. We have so many people here in so many different variations of their awareness. So
Mhm.
I love that. And
I
we are
always
going to,
say we're all the same, right? There's not like a hierarchy.
yeah, that's right.
We're all in the same ocean.
Absolutely. So I am going to start with Cindy's heart. And I didn't hear James. James McMillan, if you're still here, you can say hello. And Amanda Carrion is here. And then after Amanda, I have Leah. So let's see. Because the
Well,
Pope, Jenny saw the Pope when you were doing
awesome.
that. That's amazing. Oh, maybe it was a spirit
It's not
guide that
from
would.
3D. We do not, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing Kim's comment. We do not live in, well, we are physically in 3D, but we don't vibrate 3D. And no, it comes from the highest vibration that there is.
Right, right. Wow. Very nice. Thank you guys. So let's go ahead and continue with Cindy.
Okay.
Cindy's heart. She says, I would love a reading. So I'm just going to tune into Cindy's energy. And whenever you're ready, Brigid,
Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first if you want to. Yeah, if you're ready.
So I actually feel like asking Cindy if there's something specific, because Spirit is saying to me that you possibly have a specific question or something. I feel like you want an answer to something.
Yep. I
So,
I often say that. Ask the question that you
yeah,
would like
so
to
if
ask.
there's something specific you want, bring it. Otherwise, you're just going to get something
General.
more general, which is fine. It's weird. I'm also uh, um, being drawn to pull a card. So I'm going to pull a card from the Healing Waters, which is a Rebecca Campbell deck, because I'm not seeing that Cindy's coming forward with a. I'll show you guys the deck just so that you see it.
Oh.
Healing Waters. It's
Hmm.
all this like. Yeah.
And
But it's a really
even if
beautiful. Sorry?
even if it's in a direction like my relationship, my children, my job, my health, would that be helpful or
Yeah,
and
it's
and as
yes, it's also okay to just like some people just want to know what do I need to know for my highest good. So that's what I'm focusing on is what do you need to know for your highest good. What does Cindy need
so
to know?
Cindy, if you want it general, just go ahead and put general. And if you're working on being deep, giving us a new question. Hi Daniel. Daniel Martin is here. Thank you so much, Daniel. That's so sweet.
So
Um,
Cindy, the first card that I get for you, and this is actually I was kind of feel like you've maybe been in a place, it's stagnant waters. And what it says underneath is feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. And so I will move in the future. Okay, so this is maybe so this so you see the woman in the card, she's like floating in the center of the card. But what I'm drawn to here is that her arms are out like this, and she is trying to expand her heart center. And so I feel like if there's a move in the future, it's in the future. It's not right now, because right now, what's important for you to do is to take some time to heal and to love yourself and expand your heart center. So then that allows the alignment for where the energy will be best for you to be living in. But right now, you're just in this like space where it's important to just stay where you are, be where you are, love yourself where you are, because one of my favorite sayings is wherever you go, there you are. So take care of being happy here and now. It's an inside job. And then when you go to this new place, you go full and not looking for something or someone to fill you. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Agreed. Agreed. I was feeling something very similar to that, Brigid. And Cindy, what it is that there are lessons and um, blessings and gifts and expansion and adventures for you here. And it's important for you to finish the work that you have here before
Mhm.
you move on. And it is, I'm feeling that perhaps the motivation to move is to move away from what is challenging you right now. But the challenge is there for our benefit, and life happens for us, not to us. And whatever the challenge is that you're feeling in this particular location, it is not the location. It is what is needed for you to move uh, move forward and to gain a new perspective and to heal and just understand the position that you're in right now and to overcome and to empower yourself that you can do this and to move through this challenge. And once you've received and achieved that awareness or that empowerment, then you're more equipped to move on to the next. But I feel as though that it's important for you to stay where you are, that there's many blessings and things that are coming to you yet while you're here. That's what I
So
got.
I'm just going to quickly for Cindy, 3 other cards fell out of the deck, but it all is in alignment with what I said and what Jean just said as well. The healing lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. Mother of the salt waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. And I feel like this is let in the love that you have for yourself. And then into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears, which I feel like this is all like you're in a healing space right now. And this is exactly where you need to be. The more uncomfortable it is, the more important it is to be there.
Yeah, she said, I kind of knew that's what I needed to do. And it's just validation. And it's
Yep.
nice to get validation. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if Leah Makia, are you still here? I'm just wondering. I see that. I don't know if Leah ever said it. Leah, just say hi if you're still here. So we're going to continue on with Amanda. And Amanda rephrased her question. Thank you very much. And Leah Makia, if you would like to rephrase your question too. Okay, so Amanda says, my health is going a little wonky. Is this a way guides are trying to get attention, or is it because of the change in energy?
So right away, what I'm hearing is your body is going through something because of like I feel like our body takes longer than everything else. So we deal with our emotional body, we deal with our all these different things, and then the physical body is like, hey, wait, and we're like, well, I thought I already dealt with that. So I feel like your body is trying to catch up on something. So it's processing some emotional stuff that was sitting in it for a while, for if that makes sense. And your attention is being drawn to that because you need to take care of that. Whatever is going on with your body physically, don't poo-poo it, don't delay being seen if that's what you need, or doing, whatever natural things. Just where is it in your body that you're feeling it, and ask spirit to show you what you need to do for healing that area. And then on top of that, it's like, of course, it's not just ever one thing that's going on. There is a lot of energy shifting and changing on Earth. So your body, your soul wants to elevate to this other energy, and you're like trying to recalibrate to bring that energy in. And there's this thing here, though, that needs your attention. So take care of what needs attention, and then the rest will flow a little bit easier for you. If I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I was also feeling it was an energetic healing and or acupuncture. These types of things. It could be like a meridian block on
Mm-hmm.
you or for you, or some sort of an imbalance is what I feel. But I agree with Brigid saying that to whatever is coming up to require your attention needs your attention. So don't just put it off, but also work on it in different ways. Like if your low back is bothering you, it may be physiologically a pulled muscle or a vertebrae, but it's also emotional and energetic, that you're holding on to too much pressure or too much, you're carrying too much burden or whatever it is. But and it also could be that there is a meridian. They're telling me there's this energetic frequent, or the electricity that goes into our body as well, that it's like multi-layered. So it's important for us to take care of ourselves and to be open to different modalities in order to do it, and not just, well, I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah, but definitely, I'm like, I feel like the energy healing or acupuncture, something that will allow the energy to like get through that blockage. And I'm being drawn to like your upper lung area, maybe your shoulders, but this can all be about grief, and maybe there's been a long-standing sadness or something that just needs a little bit another layer of release. Um,
Yeah.
it's
So it
not
could be.
something though that is going to make you sick. So don't get into this thing of I'm sick. Get the help that you need through energy healing, acupuncture, breath work, whatever, sound therapy, whatever, uh, so that
She
you
said,
can.
she says her left eye is giving her a hard time, and it makes a lot of sense to her.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I also want to point out the left side. So one, like stop looking with your actual eyes here, and look with your third eye and turn that inward to help with that vision that you're having. But also the left side is about receiving. So allow yourself to receive the care, put that energy into yourself that your body is requiring of you right now.
That's brilliant. Oh my gosh. That really resonated with me. That
You
receiving
just
on
gave
that
me
left
chills in the
side,
back of my
Amanda.
ears when you said that, Jean. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Well, all the best to you, Amanda, and, I know that you will take care of yourself, and don't just chalk it up to, like, ascension symptoms. It's probably a little bit of both, but I would definitely address it and take care of it. So all the best to you, Amanda, and thank you for your question. So Leah Makia is here, and she says, let me just get to she says, feeling a huge shift coming in my life. Don't we all, Leah? What would be helpful for me to know and embrace and move forward? Um,
So right away, I hear these three things that have been coming through a lot. That started last year, but it continues into this year. And it is to be still, be here, be now. So be patient. And this is not always easy. Sometimes we can feel the shift. We can feel something coming to us for years before it actually comes. So, what you need to do is just, or what I'm hearing, what they're suggesting for you is to just slow down, take some breaths, stay focused on where you are right here and now. Um, Yeah, take the steps that you need to take now, because as you're taking those steps, things are being changed for you. So, say you don't take a step, which is also taking a step, then it changes what is going to come to you. Or you take a step in this direction. Oh, the recipe changes a little bit and something different is going to come for you. So just keep taking your steps at releasing the surrendering into whatever it is that's for your highest good is what's coming to you, and it will come. So just yeah, again, they're just like, just be still, be here, be now, focus on your breath, raising your vibration, expanding your heart space. And I just heard, and get ready. So there are big beautiful things coming your way. So start to use your imagination also. What do you want? Right? And start putting that out there so that that is brought to you.
Absolutely, Leah. Trying to regain my thoughts that I was having. So I was feeling for you, Leah, that it is like Brigid said, to be patient and allow things to unfold, and to also prepare yourself in the best way that you know how. Take care of your energy, take care of your body, take care of your surroundings, and to practice and um, educate yourself in whatever it is that you're being drawn to learn about. It's all going to be coming to you know, we're all going to be called upon. You're being called upon. You're being reminded that you have this ability, or that you have this calling that's coming into you. And I do recognize that feeling that you feel. Um, and I feel as though you're going through maybe a rapid expansion in your journey, in your spiritual journey. And sometimes it's a little bit much to take. So, or to deal with, but a lot of times it's not too much, it's just unknown. But they're asking you to trust in the unknown and to have faith, and to really, it's really important to keep your eye on what it is that you do want. But it's not necessary. I feel like you're going to be like uh, an instrument, or a facilitator. You're going to be one to help others, and you're going to be one that to show others. You're a way shower and you're an empath, but you're also going to be called upon to show others. You have this ability, and um, yeah, I would work on just finding what it is that is calling your attention, and focus on that, whether it's astrology, or whether it's mediumship, or whether it's healing, or whether it's whatever it is that you want to study and learn more about. I think it's important for you to focus on at this time while you're moving through these accelerated energies.
So the only other thing that I was hearing when you were speaking, Jean, is that it's like you have this a tool chest, and you've got all kinds of different things in there, and you're not exactly sure what to focus on. So what I was hearing is start to write things down. I don't know if you do automatic writing or not, but it's a way to, like, if you get into your heart center and connect with spirit and ask spirit for help, and how can I move forward? What do I need to prepare? Because I see you like making a list of all these tools that you use yourself to help yourself, that you will be teaching this to others for them to help themselves as well.
Agreed. And it's what we call the calling. But and I know that she's already had it, but it's another phase, and it's like a validation or an insistence. Yeah, I love that automatic writing. I think that'll be really valuable for you, Leah, and I think a lot will come through for you. And I just want to say hello to Valerie from Illumination Portal. She's here. Hi, Valerie. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. And thank you, Miss Leah, for your question. We appreciate that. And is Sandra still here, or Sandra? And she has a general question. What does the near future hold for me? I particularly am not somebody who has, I can tell you what the energy is right now. I'm not quite predictive. I can sort of give you an energy. And now is perpetual, you know. So that's just what I wanted to say about Sandra, because she said the near future. We can't tell you because there's free will involved. Like we could say you're gonna fall in love and meet your soulmate when you decide to take the bus and not the train, and you miss them. You know, like we can't make your choices for you. We can say what maybe the energy is around it, or the probability is around it, or where your energy is right now. So
I feel the same way as you, Jean. Like predictions, because of free will, you turn left instead of turning right, you go straight instead of turning right, whatever it may be. But what I do want to say to you is that whatever is meant for you will come to you, no matter what step you take. If it is meant for you, it is going to find you. So I did just quickly, though, draw 2 cards for you from Work Your Light, which is another Rebecca Campbell deck of cards. And the first card, which I think is so important, is don't dim to fit in. So keep expanding yourself. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Be who you are and love who you are. And it doesn't matter what other people think about you. Their opinion of you is none of your business. Just do you. And again, attention to the third eye. So turn inward. You have all the answers within you. They're not actually external to you. And the other one is the Star Mother. So the question is, how can you mother yourself? And I really feel like this kind of goes with that don't dim to fit in. It's really important for you to love yourself and give yourself that which you are seeking outside of yourself, because it is not outside of you. It is inside, it is within. I hope
that's
that
beautiful.
makes sense for you, Sandra.
It's beautifully said. Beautifully said. And I too agree that it is self-empowerment and trusting yourself and realizing that everything you need you already have. And like Dorothy and the ruby slippers, you've had the power all along. It's just our societal conditioning that when we grew up, or when we went to school, or the things that occurred in our life had told us otherwise. But that wasn't the truth. The truth is we have what it takes already. We've had it all along. And to trust yourself and to love yourself through this, and to really be kind to yourself. I feel like I'm hearing this, not negative self-talk, but like doubt, or disappointment with yourself, or you wish things would be different. But find something that you love in your vicinity, in your daily routine, at each and every moment. make your bed and put the pillows on it and put, beautiful flowers around, or something that you do that makes you feel happy, that changes your environment, and find things that you can be proud of, that you can, express your own taste, your own desire, your own, um, wants. Like, almost, it's like you're working on controlling outside, but control inside and create. When we create, we have control. So the more you're creative and the more that you design, and I feel like you do have a lot of design ability. So if you allow this creation and this being yourself, is what Brigid said, allow your design, allow your creativity in whatever way that is, whether it's with color, whether it's with cooking, whether it's with gardening, whether it's, whatever the creativity that you have, do it, and do it well, and be proud of yourself, and look back and have something that you can, reflect back on and be proud of yourself for doing, because you've always had it. And this is the key to what you want. When you express and allow your soul to create through this incarnation, this body of Sandra, this incarnation of Sandra, this is the key to you finding that magical moment. It really is. And the faster we can be kind to ourselves, love ourselves, allow ourselves to express, and to be grateful for the expression that we've achieved, the faster we can move on to our next awareness.
Yeah, just I want to just add to that. Really be very careful how you the voice that's going on in here, because sometimes it's just like in the background and we're not even we just it's like an automatic thing. You have to like stop that and no, thank you, not today, and start saying the positive things. I am love, I am beautiful, I'm smart, I'm kind, all of the positive stuff, not that negative chatter up there. And there was something else that I wanted to say too. When you get up in the morning, wake up and say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And start your day in gratitude. Gratitude for, even if it's just the smallest, littlest thing, one thing in your life that you're grateful for. And there may be 10 things in your life that you're not grateful for. So choose the one thing that you're grateful for so that you bring more of what you are grateful for to you. And then this has nothing to do with Sandra, but I keep hearing this back to Amanda. I'm sorry, because of the lower back that you were talking about. And I think I saw something she wrote that she is having some lower back stuff going
Oh,
on. So I want to say the other piece of that lower back is it's like, especially it's near your root chakra. It's anyways, that and the sacral chakra, it's all about support. You belong here now. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And you are supported in where you are. And good luck with
wow.
the injections and that.
I
Yeah.
had no idea. It was
I kept
actually only
hearing
an
the lower
exam.
back, even when you were speaking, I kept hearing support, support, support. You are supported. But that's not what came out of my mouth. So
Oh
they don't
my
stop
God.
giving me the information until I give it if it's important. So I felt that
I
was important.
agree. I agree. I feel that too. I feel compelled to go back. It's no
Yeah.
problem. And and because it's important to finish the information. So
Yeah.
the last, we're coming up on an hour, and I just want to say hello to everybody. And we do have one more to go. So just visiting is here. Harley is here, and Valerie has said hello. KH is here, and Rush and Jen Bowles. Thank you everybody for being here. All of the moderators, thank you everybody. Angela is here, so nice to see you. Jenny Berlin is here, and so many. Everybody is here. Oh, so nice. And I do have one last question that we're going to be working with
Oh, thank
today.
you. I was like, please pull her because I saw her from the very beginning. And so thank you. Perfect.
She says, "Hi, I'm Lulu." And that's a good handle, her saying, "I am Lulu." Do you see progress happening within me towards my channeling mediumship gifts?
So, of course, Spirit's kind of like, there you are, my dear. So glad that you're here. Would you please begin to trust yourself? Continue to clear yourself, continue to do your own inner healing. This is the way to feel, to build that trust within yourself, staying in your heart center. Then you understand that you are always connected to spirit. You are always a channel to bring in those messages for people that need them. The more that you do that inner healing and feel that bigger connection and that trust, the more information they'll give you. So say you're giving somebody a reading and they're trying to give you something and you just give a word and don't have that further conversation with the person. It shuts down those spirits from giving you more information. Instead of like, well, understanding that spirit is giving you messages that are important. Whatever you're hearing, even if it takes a while, sitting with your person to find out how they can connect with that, because sometimes it's our interpretation. So we can give a message and the person's like, that doesn't really fit. And then I say, okay, hang on a second, because I don't want anybody to make something fit. You go back to, I have a friend who says, you run back across the bridge to get the information differently, because it's our interpretation of it. We're trying to figure out what spirit is telling us. So then you go back and you get it maybe in a totally different way, right? And then you give that. So it's important that you make that connection and that you give that message, and understand that sometimes people can't make the connection until after the call, after the reading. So I had a grandfather come through one time who just kept going on and on about his overalls, and she had no idea what it was about, but she talked to her grandmother after we were done on the call, and she was like, and I have goosebumps talking about it again. He used to come into the garage every day after work and change in there and hang up his overalls in the garage. And his wife kept those overalls hanging in the garage for 20 some odd years until they packed up and moved from the house. So the granddaughter had no idea about that story, but he would not let it go. So I just had to give what was coming, right? You have to give the information that you receive, and trust that it's the right information. They're giving you this because you are connected. And the more that you trust that and give that message, then the more messages will stream forward to you. So yes, you're going to have progress. Don't doubt.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Lulu, what I was receiving for you is that this is a natural ability. And this is a natural ability that requires practice, because it's not something that we were uh, offered as babies or as children, toddlers. We're not offered this ability or this practice to develop our ability when we're younger. So now we almost have to unlearn what we learned throughout our whole life in order to open up enough to receive the messages that we're receiving. Also, if you haven't taken a class, I would take a class, even though you have natural abilities. And even if you take a class that is not a mediumship or a channeling class, it's important to take a class and to open up your awareness and to explore all different types of modalities in order for you to have a well-rounded base. But it's not required, but it really does help. I would also recommend taking classes from a professional. And it's up to you as to what you'd like to do with it. If you'd like to work with this as being your offering or your service for throughout your lifetime, then you might want to consider taking a class from a professional. And what I'm thinking of is like James Ron Prague. His class, it is the most comprehensive and detailed and supportive class I've ever taken. It's really taught me a lot. And but even you can take anybody's class. Just take a class and learn different techniques, because even though you have this ability, even though you know what to do and how to do it, there's always somebody else's um, uh, input that can really expand your abilities and make you um, and make it more enriching. It's really important to understand many different facets, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever done is mediumship, and it does require consistent practice. I need consistent practice in order to stay connected to that ability that I use. It's like a muscle. It's like it's right here, and I connect or I close it, and it's that muscle that I need to exercise and to use it and connect each time. So that's what I have to say.
It's beautiful. She said I'm signed up for a 3-day channeling class, which is perfect. So um, I teach a psychic mediumship class with a friend of mine with another medium. And what I love is to see how everybody reads differently, because everybody gets the information differently. But also, one of the reasons to take classes like that is you don't know when you could hear the same information from 10 different people in 10 different ways. And then all of a sudden, somebody over here says something. It's the exact same message, but they're delivering it in whatever way they're delivering it. And something clicks and you go, oh, I get it. Because I see this all the time in class. And we just kind of, we chuckle a little bit because it's like, that's what we've been saying. But somehow they hear it, however you need to hear it to make it fit. So that's why I love that, Jean, that it is so important to take classes, to hear different people, and to continue to practice so that you get everything that you need, and then you can deliver everything that spirit wants you to.
I
So
do
how
feel
exciting.
yeah,
How
and
exciting for you, Lulu. Yeah.
it's a remembering for you, Lulu. This is how
Mhm.
natural it is that you came in with these abilities, and it's almost like learning how to ride a bike again, like getting up to speed and getting exercising that muscle. But you're going to do great. I see that you already have that ability. So Jenny says it's 11:11 right now. It's 1111, but she's on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's perfect. No, I'm seeing that all the time. It's like the gateway is open, it's beautiful.
It's actually maybe
Keep
she's
going on
mountain
your path.
time. And
Yeah.
Cindy said, I needed to hear all of these messages today. I'm grateful. Thank you. You're very welcome.
That's why I always say, whether you get an individual reading or not, when you're in a group setting, the information is really for everybody. There's that, call it synchronicity or whatever. Spirit brings together those that need to be a part of. So
Well, I do have Brigid's information. I have her website, her Instagram, her Facebook, her email, all of her information if anybody's interested in learning a little bit more about what Brigid has to offer. And please do go over and check out what she has to offer. And I am looking forward to maybe getting together and doing another collaboration again.
absolutely. I love doing this with you. It's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you very much, Brigid. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate all of you watching now, watching later. Please do like, subscribe, and share this information. And I really appreciate all of you. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be on with Allie Martin. And it's going to be a wonderful Sunday. So I will see you all there. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everybody. Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again.